Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Cancer October 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 3. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing up is as far as October goes, Mercury will be in Libra from the 1st until the 3rd, so the 4th house will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, this could be about a lot of really ambivalent thinking, a lot of weighing the pros and cons on home-related matters, family matters, people you may be, it could be matters connected with people you feel close to home with, the less dominant parent, which is often the mother. Could also be about talking about Libra, like things with home and family members, such as like tennis, gymnastics, law, justice. You might be talking about fairness and justice in matters related to the home and your family life at this time, and also balancing pros and cons, perhaps in matters connected with where you want to be at the end of life, and really wanting peace and talking about peace and harmony for that period as well. That and also too could also be in some cases, as I've stated in previous videos, Mercury can also be about siblings. They could be Libra, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Libra characteristics that might figure very strongly home, family matters. It could be involved in traditions and maybe helping you get in touch with your roots, your ancestry at this time as well, and also emotional security perhaps as well at this time. So anyway, well, the next thing up is that Mercury will be in Scorpio as far as October goes, from the 3rd until the 31st, so the 5th house as well will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, in some cases, this could be about very probing, incisive, very provocative communications with children, with lovers at this time, talking about Scorpio-related subjects with them, such as maybe astrology, the occult, supernatural, mysteries, horror, things that are spooky. I mean, it is getting near that Halloween time, so it could be where you might be embroiled in some conversations about that with children, but also being where you're thinking about maybe being very secretive regarding anything 5th house related, such as investments, and also too, it's also important to avoid manipulative conversations with 5th house people at this time as well. And especially, I mean, a lot of this could be predicated and dependent on aspects as it makes to points in your chart. If it makes an adverse aspect, say to your natal Pluto, if dwarf transit Pluto is making an adverse aspect to your natal Mercury, it could increase that propensity for those kind of communications. Now, it could also be about thinking very deeply about what you can do in terms of maybe improving your personal popularity at this time, and also too, as I stated before, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Scorpio traits that might figure more prominently in your fun, your amusement, your enjoyment, your personal popularity at this time. And also, too, could be conversations about various Scorpio-type sports, such as very extreme sports, and ones that are maybe involve very intense competition as well. So anyway, people, the next thing up is Venus will be in Libra at this time as far as October goes, from the 1st until the 8th, so the 4th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. This could be a time where you're going to be very desirous of having peace and tranquility at that end or latter part of life, maybe balanced spending on home-related, family-related matters at this time as well, and also getting prepared for that latter part of life if you're not already in it, such as dispersing funds, maybe perhaps in various investments, various stocks or what have you, getting yourself ready for retirement in some cases. Could also be a time to Cancer. If you're unattached, you may connect with a Libra, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Libra characteristics that you might feel very close to home with, might figure prominently in your latter or end part of life. It could also manifest in some cases about really enjoying, really loving your Libra qualities at the core, in some cases, such as being very amiable, someone that's about sociability, being fair, equitable, somebody that's about strong justice and fairness, diplomatic, tactful, refined. So those are some ways this can manifest, and if you're, this could also be in some cases about valuing fairness, justice, um, tact, diplomacy, refinement in matters connected with home, family members, people that you feel close to home with at this time. And also too, at this time, this could be about spending money on Libra things that are connected with the home. It could be scales, it could be law related matters such as law books or anything that could be connected with the law at this time. And also too, some cases this could also manifest in just again really wanting that peace, in that home life, wanting refinement, wanting could be spending money as well on things that are aesthetically appealing to the home at this time, and also the enjoyment of Libra type traditions. It could be going to some art or beauty exposition or anything that could be Libra related, even some kind of Libra sport or enjoyment, such as something like tennis or gymnastics, or even playing a game of Jenga, because that could be about balance. So anyway, last but not least, Venus will be in Scorpio as far as October goes, from the 8th until the 31st. So the 5th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, some cases this could be about the enjoyment of playing psychological games with others, or even loving extreme sports, something Scorpio related that is fun, amusing, and enjoyable. It could be even playing Scorpio type games, such as playing some game like we're using a Ouija board, or playing an astrological game, or something connected with the occult, the supernatural, going around your area with a metal detector looking for lost items, lost things that are metallic, such as metal coins. It could also be a time too, if you're unattached at this time, Cancer, you may connect with a Scorpio sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Scorpio traits. It could be for a superficial flame, could also be some cases for a very loving romantic connection. And also this could be about a time period too where you might be spending money on Scorpio type investments. It could be in something nuclear or something connected with anything that could be Scorpio related. I mean, it could be anything, again, something. It could be nuclear, or if there's any company that's associated with recycling or insurance, something Scorpio related. And again, this could be a time to, you may also in some cases value resiliency, being probing, incisive, deep research, really being, I guess you could say, just very, again, incisive, deep thinking, even, and perhaps even being very probing in matters that are fifth house related, going beyond subterfuge and superficiality, going beyond facades, such as things connected with investments, in some cases matters with children and lovers as well. So those are some ways that this can manifest and pan out. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Cancer October 2019 horoscope forecast part 2 of 3, and stay tuned next time. I'll be giving you my Cancer October 2019 horoscope part 3 of 3. Until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.